so I didn't have to deal with the issues of uploading and editing. So I just kind of want to free fall and get right into the content for tonight. So again, I'm live on Chatter. If you need an invite, you can DM me on X at Rosemary Salem TV, and I'll be glad to send you an invite. And as people trickle in on Chatter, I'll let them in the room if y'all can't hear. But I'm going to get right into it. Tonight, we're talking about building your online coaching business. Now, before I get into that, I want you to understand that number one, it can be done. Number two, it's all about systems and structures, and it's all about you actually wanting to do it. Because I am going to kind of share a little bit of my story, my journey, and really give you all some metrics. I'm going to continue this series. You'll see me repeating these steps because most of the time, when it comes to building a successful online coaching business, it's not necessarily about the framework more so. It's about you figuring out who you are, who you serve, why you want to serve them, and actually getting your IT, aka your automations, your CRMs, your onboarding, your management, your maintenance, your pricing, all of that plays a huge part in it. But I'm going to actually start from ground one. So I'm Rosemary Salem. I've been in the coaching industry since 2014, and I've been in the branding and marketing industry since 2012. So I've been in it a long time. And what I have really grown to know is that number one, if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. I think that most of the mental blockages that maybe come about when it comes to building your online business has a lot to do with how you feel about you, how you feel about how people perceive you, how you feel about your level of expertise, and so on and so forth. So, when it comes to tonight's class, we're just going to kind of uproot all of those false beliefs that are holding you back and really give you the tangible steps that you need to get to the next level, okay? So, welcome to Soulful Success, and we're here tonight again talking about building your online coaching business. I'm Rosemary Salem. I'm your coach for tonight, your master instructor, whatever title you want to give me. I'm not really big on titles anymore. We'll get more into that later on in the training. But tonight is all about you. I'm going to answer your questions. So if you have questions, I am very open to answering them. This is a free fall, so if you're here, feel free to drop your city that you're tuning in from, because I see people tuning in. Tell me where you're coming in from, and let's have a fun, interactive session. I'm with y'all until the top of the next hour, so let's get into the training. So, number one, when you want to build your online coaching business, the first thing you need to do is figure out your niche. Your niche is what is going to connect you with your net worth. Okay, your niche is directly tied to your net worth. If you don't know exactly at least the department you want to enter into, such as, are you going to be a health and wellness consultant? Are you going to be a life coach? Do you want to get into business and executive training? Do you want to talk about branding and marketing? Do you want to talk about strictly social media? Do you want to do what is it that you want to display? And I think that you can really work very hard towards building a successful model once you understand exactly who your target audience is. Because if you don't know who your target audience is, you're going to be aimlessly doing things that are unproductive, and you're not going to yield any result, aka you're going to reach burnout way faster than someone who has a more structured framework, and they just personally probably needed to leverage and delegate a few steps in their process that led them to burnout. Okay, so I don't want you guys to skip over this step. It is tedious, it does take some self discovery. So here's my first activity. If you go to Amazon.com, you can grab my book, Dominate Your Market. It's your play by play guidebook to building a profitable brand. It is extremely affordable. I have it as an audiobook as well. And I think it's cheaper for you to do the audiobook anyway. Get that book, and I'll walk you through the framework to really fine tune and understand what your niche is and how you can really build a brand. But I'm just going to briefly go over it tonight. But if you want to really do the work and you're like, hey, Rosemary, I'm ready to go, I don't want to hold myself back anymore, I really want to launch this coaching business before the end of the year, you want to go get the tools, okay? Invest in yourself. That's the only way to go. Okay. So go grab that book. But in the book, I teach you a framework for how you can go interview the main people who come to you for advice. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're a person and you feel drawn to the coaching industry, it's because you've been doing it all your life. You've been giving out unsolicited advice or solicited advice all your life. People have been coming to you for something. People come to you for cooking advice. People come to you because they're working through life problems and you're really, really good at giving life advice, and they take it and they're very grateful for it. Or they have a business idea and for some reason they want to sit down and have a talk with you over lunch, right? They want to pick your brain. They want to get close to you because you're good at marketing. They want to chat with you because you're good with the camera and you understand editing. So they want to talk to you about some concept they have for a production, and you can build a coaching business around that. So in that book, I talk about the interview process that you can basically go back to those same 10 to 15 people. You want to get like a thick list. You don't want to do 3 to 5 because it's very cliche and it's really not real evidence, right? If you were doing a real survey and you wanted real feedback, I don't think you'll be satisfied with just 3 to 5 entries, right? So you want to get about a good 10 to 15 because that gives you diversity, and it's going to allow you to really have enough people to validate your level of expertise. Because believe it or not, your journey, especially in your first year of online coaching, is going to be a very self validating process. And you may be a confident individual. I don't second guess that at all. But oftentimes, when you're doing something new, you can be a bit nervous, you can be a bit unsettled. You can go through the motions of, am I doing this right, or is this the right thing? So that first year is going to be the real self-validating process for you as a business owner, a leader, and a professional in your expertise. So lean into all of the positive pouring that you're going to get in to when you go and you review those feedback forms. So what's the process? You want to schedule official appointments. I know some of these people may be your friends, or some of you, they may be even talking to a few family members. I encourage you to spread your wings and go beyond the family and the close friends net. If you know somebody from college that reaches out to you for advice, or colleagues or old colleagues, maybe people that reached out to you a couple of years ago, believe it or not, they're going to be more pivotal in your research for your niche than people who are very, very near and dear to you, because you want to make sure that you're not getting biased and just really diluted feedback. You need the real meat and potatoes. And sometimes people can see the potential that you have, but they will not disclose that information to you. So you don't want to short yourself by just depending on people that you are very close to. You want to spread your wings and really get good feedback, okay? So you want to schedule an official appointment because you want them to take it serious, okay? When you schedule something, it's not, hey, let's get on the phone and chat about our day. It is, hey, I'm actually recording. You want to record it because you are not Superman, Superwoman. You cannot remember everything that people say. So this allows you to have a real database to go back to and sit down for your review session. So yes, you can record it. If you're using any type of cell phone device or tablet, they have a free recorder built in, so it's no need to stress or worry about that. But I would even tell you to get on a Zoom. If you sign up for Zoom on the free account, you get 45 minutes free, and you are allowed to record under the free account for those 45 minutes. And the meeting should be short and sweet. It should be you asking a question and letting them talk. You don't want to interrupt them. And this is, you want to ask them, hey, what is it that you come to advice from me about? Why do you come to me? What is it that I've helped you with over the years that you felt was significant? You want to get crystal clear on what it is that they're saying back to you, because people will literally tell you exactly what it is that they come to you for. And you want to just start building an organic list, because oftentimes the things that come easy to you are the lucrative things that you can sell and pitch in your coaching program that people are not good at. Okay, just because something is a gift or a talent or something that comes easy to you, that does not mean that it's easy to everyone else. So you want to start your interview process now. Once you get your 10 to 15 interviews, you've scheduled it, you've interviewed them, you have the recordings, you want to schedule a time to actually go through and listen thoroughly to all of them. Again, you're not Superman or Superwoman. This is proving your memory tooth through the database that you're building and getting what are the keywords that are people saying. And keywords are such thing as, oh, you're really good at marketing, or you're really good at putting things together, or you're really good at giving me advice on relationships, or you're really good at graphics, or you're really good at whatever it is. You want to take database of what they're saying. Okay, now that you have your database, you want to set that to the side. Now you want to interview yourself. I would tell you to actually flesh out all the skills that you have obtained, your soft skills, your hard skills. If you worked in any industry and you feel that you have expertise and experience in that, you want to write it out. You want to do a real resume review for yourself, for your skills and your your talents, okay? And you want to compare them with the database from your interview people, and you want to say, what is the commonality of all of this stuff? What am I looking at? Because I'm telling you, the answer will present itself. You will easily be able to identify your niche from looking at your experiences and your actual expertise and put it together. Boom. Okay, so now that you've determined your niche, okay, you want to think about, how do you want to serve clients? Do you want to do one-on-one sessions? Are you wanting to build a group coaching program? What are the models that you're looking into when it comes to building your coaching program in business? The reason why you want to go into that next is because this is how you're going to actually design your business framework. If you are a person and you're like, I'm not the one-on-one type, or I don't desire to do a lot of one-on-ones with people, I just kind of want to build a community where I do group calls and we all talk on a group session. Do you want to participate in a subscription model where it's a membership, so it's not necessarily, it's like a lower tier to a group coaching, it's less hands-on, it's more so they're paying to see pre-recorded videos? Do you want to do just an online course where it's all just pre-recorded videos and they get access to it, and they maybe can get access to a live Q&A call once or twice a month? how do you want to serve your clients? That's the next question. So, who you serve, just to catch us up, we talked about who you serve, finding your niche. Now we're on the second part, which is how do you want to serve them? And this is about you, because you need to build a business that you love. The reason why this is soulful success is you do not want to burn yourself out. Trust me. I've been there. And burning yourself out can be overexhausting yourself for people who are not even ready for high touch coaching from you. When I say high touch, is you're pouring and depleting yourself to the wrong clientele because you're out of alignment and you're not really building the business that you love. You built the business that you are starting to despise and hate. And that can trickle into many other departments of your life, but we're not going to get that deep today. I'm just going to stick to make sure that when you are determining how you want to serve your clients, you're being honest with your time. So if you're a single mother or a single father and you have your kids 95% of the time and time is of the essence, you want to take that in consideration. So if you're building a coaching business and you're taking all these one-on-ones and you don't have the time to focus on family as much as you desire, even with sacrifice, you're going overly sacrificial for the business, you are going to eventually meet burnout quicker. So you want to consider building a model that works around your lifestyle that you currently have and complements the lifestyle that you're bringing into fruition. Make sense? Okay, because your now is just your now. You're going to be stepping into your transformation very soon. So you necessarily don't want to build it too centered around your now circumstances, but you want to make sure you have a healthy balance so that the business that you're building can easily transition as you expand with your business. Okay. So again, I want to go over those models again. So you have your one-on-one, that's basically you're taking calls, schedule calls. Most one-on-one sessions last for about an hour. I've seen people offer 90-minute sessions. You can also offer full day VIP days, which are 8 hours. Those are high ticket. You shouldn't be selling a VIP day for less than $5,000, in my opinion, because you're literally spending 8 hours with the client. That's crazy for you to spend that much time and energy with one client and not make over 5,000. So keep that in mind. If you're looking to do high ticket, those are considered high ticket offers. You can do half day VIP. Those range around anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 price point. You can do it less than that, but again, it's high touch, so I wouldn't recommend you go under certain price points when it comes to certain services. But it is your business. I'm just giving you the general framework for that. Now, if you're doing 90-minute sessions or hour sessions, you can price them however you want, depending on your industry. Like if you're doing a therapy, life coaching slash any type of spiritual one-on-one calls, those are normally in a more affordable range. I've seen anywhere from starting at 100. Uh-oh, messed up on chatter. Hold on, y'all. Pause for technical difficulties. I'm trying to reconnect. Okay, and we're back. All right. So I needed to make sure I fixed that. So yeah, when you're doing maybe in the health and wellness industry, I've seen a lot of people go a little bit more of, it's disconnecting again, because I'm not, hold on y'all, I gotta make sure I'm live on Chatter, because it's showing frozen over here. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, it's saying it's reconnecting, but it's taking a little minute. Let me just do it like this. Rejoin. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay. And we're back. Yeah. If you're doing, by the way, if you start off at 100, you can go all the way up to 1500 or more, depending on, again, your level of expertise, what it is that you're selling, and the price point that you feel is viable for your business. Now, that's just for one on ones. When you're looking at, so I'll start with online courses. Now, you can do online courses that are completely just the program. You can sell them on your own website, or you can host them on websites like Udemy, Maven. You can apply to put your course on LinkedIn Learning and platforms such as that. There are other platforms, I believe, out there, but those are the most popular ones that really support independent instructors. Now, when it comes to those type courses, again, you want to price them according to what you feel. On Udemy, they're big on having courses that are like $300, but they're running sales for them being $19.99, $14.99. So it all kind of depends on you and your volume. If you're building a in-house brand, meaning everything is hosted on your website and on your web platform that you choose, and you're not using the third party hosting such as Udemy or Maven, then again you can price a little bit differently, because you're not catering to what their audience is used to as far as a price point. You're really fully honing into your ideal client. Okay, now, you want to keep in mind how many people you actually want to serve, even when you're building digital products such as an e-course. You still need to have a number that you want to reach, because it is still a realistic business. So you don't want to be unrealistic. So you may say, okay, if you build a course, you want to have 100 people sign up for your course in 12 months. That's very realistic, and you can measure that. So you want to have realistic goals, but we'll get into that later. So you have e-courses, then you have programs that you develop. Now these programs are a little bit different because they come a little bit hybrid. So you'll be given information via your videos and etc., and then you'll actually be having live courses with them. So that's two different processes. So they're still getting a little bit of hand holding and attention from you alongside of going through the curriculum that you built online. Okay, or they're talking to, if you have success coaches throughout their journey. So you can have a self-paced, or you can have a structured 6 week or 4 week program that you have in a whole enrollment process for, where you're enrolling at this period and you close enrollment and you cater to that group of people and they graduate from your coaching program, where you can kind of see their measurement of success. You can hold them to a high level of accountability you can drip the content and it's a little bit more focused. So that's more of a curriculum based approach. So that is a model. So I'm just naming some to get your wheels turning so you can be like, oh, this is the kind of model I really want to build for myself because it makes sense for how I want to serve my clients and caters to my current lifestyle. So you want to, again, commit to the coaching model that's actually committable. I understand that launching this business in itself is a commitment. So it's not going to be easy and it's going to be stretch you and you're going to have to make certain sacrifices. But again, it's a difference between making sacrifices and overextending yourself because you don't want to reach burnout. And we're not building businesses that we hate, we're building businesses that we love. Okay. And I think the last model that I'll go over is membership. Memberships are really popular for those of you all who really want to build like that whole social media following situation and you want to reach the masses on your TikToks or whatever platform you're on. So I would highly suggest a membership platform. So most membership programs vary again in pricing, but if you're doing a subscription base, I've seen a lot of low cost ones like 27, 47. Even if you're doing a Patreon account, which that's a whole nother conversation. I've seen really low numbers on those platforms. But it's all about your scaling and how you want to show up because you can still have a membership program that you're supposed to be making way more revenue off of, but because you did a low ticket model and you don't really have a strong upselling process, you're missing out on a lot of income that you can be generating monthly. So you want to be careful with things like that. Like, it's okay to start somewhere, but don't be so dependent on that. You want to make sure that if you're going to go low and have a low ticket model, make sure you have a great upselling strategy because once you get the sale, you can absolutely upsell them to something higher and more high touch because they're saying yes to you. They're hiring you on as their coach from just doing that first transaction. So it's your job and your team's job to take them to that next level until they reach that end goal with you of what it is that you can offer them as a client. Now, I know that was a lot. I hope y'all was taking notes because I went over a lot. But as we go into the final segment of tonight, we talked about defining who you serve. We just talked about how do you want to serve, meaning the different models and frameworks that there are available to building your online coaching business. And last but not least, we want to talk about pricing. Okay? So, first and foremost, you need to decide off top, do I want to be a high ticket coach? Do I want to be a mid ticket coach? Or do I want to be a low ticket coach? And you can have a mixed, but I highly suggest that you commit to one because whatever you commit to, that is going to be where most of all of your marketing efforts are going to go to. So what I mean is, I understand you may say, well, I want to have this expensive program and then a bunch of low ticket offers. It doesn't make sense. You have to be clear because how you brand yourself and people are going to know where your price points are when you wanted to or you're wanting to scale and all of that. You don't want to have to do massive rebranding to redirect people's mindsets around your pricing structure because they're used to you being Walmart and now you want to be Fifth Avenue, right? You want to come in your Louis Vuitton and you was just Neiman Marcus. Like, what happened, right? So believe it or not, people build a chemistry with your pricing point and you get a certain level of clientele because you're putting that out. as an energetic field that I just want a client that can afford the $20 subscription. But you can be more deeper than that. Hey, I want to attract 60 clients that can commit to 6 months for my $20 a month subscription for my coaching membership program. Now you have something that's scalable. Now you have something that's a little bit more realistic, so you won't have to keep feeling like you're hustling and bustling for clients every month. Okay? Because you don't want to build a business again that you hate. You want to build a business that you love, and you want to build a solid database of clients. You don't want to keep feeling like at the top of the month you have to find more clients because people are unsubscribing or they're not committed. You want to be crystal clear about the commitment level and the price point that is attached to that commitment level and how you want to serve them. Now, if you built this whole course program and you spent hours and hours and you invested in all this camera, this and this, that, and other, and you want to sell it for a low ticket offer and you didn't even have the expectation of at least 50 people purchasing it and the price point is not even barely $100, you see how that can become a bit frustrating for you and not a little discombobulating for your audience because they're not understanding why you are giving high value but you're selling at a low value. And believe it or not, people won't buy from you because your prices are low, because they're like, oh, something's off. Why is it so you don't want people to call your stuff cheap, and you want to make sure that your value is matching the price point. Okay? So don't lowball yourself. Affordable is okay, but make sure that you are again thinking long term when you're doing affordable pricing, because you don't want to get stuck in a box and then now you're not able to those people into higher tiers or attract new people to higher tiers because you've again put yourself in this box. Don't put yourself in that box. You stand out and make sure you own your authenticity, your power, and what it is that you do, because people will pay. You're not gonna have millions and zillions of people, but you can have a solid clientele that can give you longevity and be committable to staying enrolled in your program or paying for your lifetime access or however you're setting up your business. But that is my spiel on pricing. So again, you all can ask me questions in regards to this topic only, of building your online coaching business, in the comment section. And tonight was great. This is recorded, so you guys can go back through and watch it, take notes, and really take off. Okay, so I will see y'all in the next session. Again, I'm Rosemary Salem, and it's bye for now. Thank y'all for joining us for Soulful Success tonight. We covered building your online coaching business. The next one, we're going to actually do some activities using ChatGPT, and I'm going to talk about building a successful onboarding. Okay, I feel like your money, your true money, is in your onboarding. Even if you have a membership course, if you have a good onboarding, that is going to be the key to your upselling strategy, because how you onboard a new client speaks volume. Have you ever went to a job on the first day and everything was chaotic? They gave you that, there was that red flag right there, like, oh, I already know how this is finna go. You do not want to get a person to say yes to your offer and they get introduced to massive disorganization and dysfunction. So I'm going to help you build your customized onboarding process in the next session. All right. So, love y'all with love Christ and see y'all next time.